We're back now with a controversial story out of Delaware. That's where 16-year-old Amy Joyner Francis died after being attacked in a bathroom by several of her classmates. The cause of death was determined to be Amy's undiagnosed heart condition, so one of the girls was sentenced to only 6 months in a juvenile facility. Now, a Delaware Supreme Court judge overturned the conviction, and the girl will walk free. Many people are outraged by this decision, so today we brought in two top lawyers to break down both sides of this case. Criminal defense attorney Sarah Azari and former prosecutor Bob Bianchi. The court says there was no reasonable way the girl could foresee the fight would lead to Amy dying of cardiac arrest. You buy that?
In the state of Delaware, this is the lowest in the family of homicide. So criminal negligent homicide requires a showing that a reasonable person could not foresee death as a consequence of the conduct, and that the particular defendant didn't act in accordance with that foreseeability.
These two girls plotted and planned and conspired to
Not
do a
to
cheap
kill.
shot.
Not to kill.
To do a cheap shot attack where three people pounce on a person, and I say it's foreseeable, not necessarily that it will
Wrong,
happen,
but not manslaughter.
It is foreseeable that somebody could be
Wrong,
have a medical
but not
condition
murder.
and die.
Do
That's
kids that
homicide.
age have the ability to foresee something like this? I mean, it seems like a schoolyard fight.
Yeah, but
right. In the old days, when you and I were growing up, you got a bloody nose, you went home, sucked it up, and you were done.
Right. She wanted to take the girl down, okay? It's wrong. She was posting it all over social media. It's wrong. But she did not have the intent of doing anything that could possibly lead to her death.
See,
Look,
this is,
it's not
Here's
manslaughter.
where we go off the rails.
No.
You don't need intent. It's called negligence.
This was a planned attack. It was
Right.
premeditated.
Right.
And that's got to mean something.
Well, but when you say, but see, we can't use the term premeditation in
They
the
planned it,
context
though.
of an assault.
I understand.
Okay, you know, the premeditation here, to the extent it's premeditation, it's the planning of an assault. It's not the premeditation that is in a murder
No,
case.
but what we're saying here is that this was not something that just happened
wasn't
spur of the moment.
spontaneous.
Of course it wasn't.
They planned
amongst
to go jump
teenagers.
this
Of
girl.
course, and is she good for an assault and battery?
In
Yes,
a
she is.
Cowardly, heinous way. If it was two kids, to use Chris's example, in a schoolyard fight, and God forbid somebody died from a medical condition, I would not prosecute that case. But when there was an individual who has plotted and planned a vicious attack with two other people, they're not even honorable enough to square up and do one-on-one, and somebody dies, they're going to jail.
It was not foreseeable that death would occur. This girl had a rare cardiac disorder. There is no way that a girl at 16 would be expected to have a heart attack. Now, wait a second. If she hit her head on the tile, if she hit her head on the faucet
But that
and
would
died,
be foreseeable?
yes,
Listen, the law has been clear in this country for years. I have prosecuted homicide cases where somebody's robbing somebody and they have a heart condition,
Apples
they
and
drop dead of a
oranges.
heart attack.
Apples and oranges.
But now we have to, as prosecutors, now we have to know the physical condition of the victim. We have to have an autopsy done. Oh, wait a minute, this person had an aneurysm.
In Delaware?
That's where the court made the mistake. That's reckless manslaughter, that it's foreseeable, in my opinion. The Supreme Court, in its liberal interpretation of this case, decided to now hamstring prosecutors in that state from this point forward.
Until the law changes, I think that's what the prosecutors are going to end up doing.
That's a shame.
All right, now we want to hear from you. Do you think this teen's conviction should have been overturned? Sound off right now on our Facebook page. For more on these stories, you can go to crimewatchdaily.com. I'm Chris Hansen. If you like this story, make sure you tune in every day to Crime Watch Daily. You can find where the show airs in your city at crimewatchdaily.com. Watch it live or record it on your DVR and watch it at night. And to all those criminals out there, remember, we are watching.